The prehistory of the Oil Spill Recovery Institute is the Exxon Valdez oil spill. The Exxon Valdez is a tanker that was coming out of Valdez on its way south. It veered out of the tanker lanes to avoid ice that was coming off of a glacier, never turned back. It hit Bly Reef, and so this is March 24th, 1989, and it spills 11 million gallons of oil into Prince William Sound. It had a huge impact on the area, but the Oil Spill Recovery Institute was one of the things that was done in response in the Oil Pollution Act of 1990. OSRI's mission is to support research and demonstration projects that improve our understanding and ability to respond to oil spills in the marine environment in the Arctic and subarctic.
I think OSRI is an important organization because it continues to be that wake-up call to us that we need to always be looking at technologies, at research, at monitoring, and making sure that we're prepared.
So I think they play a really vibrant role, and I think if you've ever experienced a spill, and I have when I grew up in Rhode Island, it can be devastating, and Prince William Sound obviously knows that all too well, the communities that dealt with the Exxon Valdez spill. So I think that their ability to continue to keep information front and center, keep people's awareness front and center, work with the Prince William Sound Science Center, the Alaska Sea Life Center, Defenders of Wildlife, and others, I think that keeps that momentum moving.
Our work is based on a strategic plan that has 4 goals: to understand, to respond, to inform, and to partner. Understand is to understand the impacts of oil spills. Respond is to improve our ability to respond to oil spills. Inform, we're trying to inform the public and spill responders of where we are and what our needs are. And then to do this, it has to be done through partnerships. When we look at respond type goals, the first that we put a lot of effort into is improving our ability to detect oil. If you can't find the oil, you can't clean it up. And this is particularly true in the ice environment. We've had a project that looked at aerostats, which are balloons that are tethered to the boat that can take up a camera system or other detectors. We've worked on trying to improve the tools that we use to clean up spills, particularly the skimmers. We supported a project that looked at changing the shape of the skimmer to collect more oil, and now it's actually a commercially available piece of equipment. We understand much better what the impact to individual organisms are, and we're starting to put that information about how all the individual organisms are impacted to understand how an ecosystem is impacted. The information side, we are working with K to Gray. We have an education program that's K to 12. It talks about oil spills, it talks about the marine environment. We act as a bridge between the academic world and the oil spill response world, where we try to gain information from the oil spill response world as to what they need and look at where the cutting edge of science is to help inform them of where science might be able to address their needs.
Oil Spill Recovery Institute funding is really helpful in this mission to conduct objective and applied science that really focuses on a serious problem in the Alaskan marine environment, which is the potential for oil spills and the question of how to clean them up when they occur. The Oil Spill Recovery Institute's research funding for graduate fellowships has also been really valuable. I've had 2 PhD students so far who've had funding through that mechanism, and it's been really critical in filling funding gaps in their research program, but also giving them experience in writing their own grant proposals and managing their own funding and their own budgets.
I think OSRI's investment in research and development for oil spill response technology has instigated creativity among scientists and partnerships between industry and researchers. And we're a nimble organization. We can fill gaps and take approaches that other more bureaucratic organizations can't do or aren't charged to do.
Over the last 20 years, OSRI has funded 173 different projects at about $14.5 million. Results of that have been over 109 publications. We've supported 22 graduate students, and those graduate students are the people that we expect to be in charge of the next oil spill when it occurs. We've made great steps in improving our understanding of oil spills and how to respond to them, but we still have a lot to learn. We all want to minimize impact to the environment, and the only way we can do it is if we work together.